Okay, come on up.
Welcome to Toyota Time with Timmy the Toolman and Sean. Today we are going to share with you another four-wheeling adventure of the Timmy the Toolman gang. We decided we wanted to challenge ourselves with the Rubicon Trail. We've all heard about it for years and years, and we finally did it. I went with my buddies Chris, Stevo, and Way. Chris and Stevo both drove their third-gen 4Runners, and Way rode with me in my first-gen 4Runner. Nothing I've done four-wheeling wise has prepared me for something like the Rubicon. You think you're prepared, but you're not really prepared. Most of the four-wheeling trips I've done have been to places like Death Valley. I've done some stuff in the Sierras. You're challenged at some level with some hard obstacles, but for the most part, the trail isn't too demanding and you can get through it fairly easily. The Rubicon is a whole different animal. It's freaking hard. You go through so many obstacles, it just wears you down. With a trail like the Rubicon, at least for me, the whole time I'm thinking, if I break down on this trail, how the hell am I gonna get out? I do have two buddies with me, but the obstacles are so difficult, I don't think my two buddies could have gotten my first gen 4Runner out of there by towing it. So it's a kind of a stressful feeling to think that if you do break down, you're gonna have to drive all the way out. You're gonna have to figure out what parts and tools you need to drive back in. And that might be a lot to ask of one of your friends, to take time off work to drive all the way back in there so you can fix your truck and then drive all the way back out. I wanted to open this video giving this kind of disclaimer that it's a hard trail. And if you're not fully prepared for this type of challenge, then I don't think you should do it. So we did capture a lot of pretty good footage to give you a pretty good taste of what it's like to do the Rubicon. With all that said, let's get started with the adventure. We're almost at the trailhead. We're right along the edge of Loon Lake, and we're getting ready to jump on the trail. All right, we made it to the entrance of the Rubicon Trail. We are at mile 0 with a whole lot of miles to go. So the route starts there, we're at the kiosk, and then it goes up through here, and then along here. And our first campground is gonna be Buck Island Lake, if we make it, hopefully. And then second day, our plan is to go to Rubicon Springs. And then third camp will be at Observation Point. And then the last day, we'll drive out all the way to Tahoe. All right, we're at the first hard section here. I think this is probably what's called the gatekeeper. I have to admit, I'm a little nervous. Chris is gonna spot me and we've got Way on the camera. Easy, easy. We're on some slabs now, so I guess we just follow the tire tracks. Kind of bitching out here. We made a wrong turn on these slabs. It's a little bit confusing when you get out here, but we've basically followed a track over to a campsite rather than the actual trail.
Actually, it looks like people take on the left too, huh?
Yeah, so can we take a look and see which way we should go?
The trail says to go up. You gonna take it to the left or straight?
I'm gonna go left. So I think I'm gonna have to steer towards the tree and then cut it.
You almost got up and then you slid back for some reason. Yeah, go back and go passenger a little more. More. Okay, now cut back. Driver. You got it. Just not getting the grip. Yeah, okay. Driver. Okay, here's the bump, okay? And then you'll kill another little step. But this one's much smaller. Yeah, then you keep going straight. Let me see if these guys need help. Slow. You're good. All right, slow. Oh, nice. You're good. Woo! You're gonna go up a bump. Driver, a little driver. Watch out, you're gonna land. Okay. Whoa.
Sorry I haven't been filming as much as I should be, but we're kind of blown away how consistently hard this first section is going in from Loon Lake to Buck Island. So we've been just mainly spotting and getting through it without messing up. So far so good. Right ahead of us is Little Sluice, and we're choosing to do a bypass to the left on some slick rock granite because time is not on our side. We really wanted to get to Buck Island before dark, and it's 6 p.m. We started the trail about 1 p.m. so we've been four-wheeling for 5 hours and we're still not at Buck Island. We still got a couple miles to go, so I hate to wuss out and take the bypass, but it's been a long technical day so far and it is what it is.
Your driver's gonna hit a rock and bump you up, hopefully.
Little close to the rock.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh yeah. Got it.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, you're good there. Drop in on your rear. Real slow. All right. Oh, you're good. Woo! Squishy tires. Yeah.
You got it. Yeah.
Ooh, what was that?
Whoa!
His bumper hit one of the rocks. All right. There's Stevo.
Right here. Just go slow. Come this way. No, not too much.
Ooh. Damn.
That's what needed to happen anyways.
Just not wasn't.
I'm gonna start coming forward.
Little cattywampus here. Oh man, we need a lot of rocks in that space. The nervous sweat pours down Stevo. Yeah, crawling up that.
Can't see where I'm going.
Yeah, just go straight, you're good. .30, we're still at it. Maybe another hour from our campsite, Buck Lake.
Dude, you're like perfect right now. Maybe a little driver.
Yeah.
All right, Way. It's the beginning of the second day on the Rubicon. We're at Buck Island. What did you think of the first day wheeling in from Loon Lake?
It's pretty tough and tiring. I'm not gonna say I enjoyed it, but it was a good experience.
Was it the hardest four-wheeling you've ever done?
Yeah, by far. And I wasn't even driving.
We got some noise in the background because Chris was doing a science experiment here. So what did you think of yesterday?
It's pretty intense, for sure.
Was it the hardest four-wheeling you've ever done?
Yeah, definitely the hardest and like the longest hardest. We made it through, conquered.
Okay. And then Stevo, what did you think of that experience?
It was a good time. I had a lot of fun. It was a lot more challenging than I thought, but I mean, it's the Rubicon, so that's what we're here for. I got my little buddy Frog right here. I'm trying to get off my tarp before I fold it up, and he's just kind of kicking it right now. So we're
little
chilling.
Frog. Got a little mascot. Tell the viewing audience what happened at the very end when we got here.
I tried to go through this water crossing that Chris went through because we thought we were going in that direction, and then it turns out we had to turn around because we were going to camp in this area, and I was going to back up this like steep rock, but it didn't make it all the way up, so I had to come back down, and then I got wedged between a rock, and the intake tube popped off when I hit the rock somehow from the impact, and the car wouldn't idle because the air was coming in after the mass airflow sensors. So we popped the hood, and I didn't see anything wrong, but Timmy came over and was like, hey, why's the intake off? So luckily it was an easy fix.
All right.
Back on the road.
We are all hoping for a much easier and shorter day today. I'm sure there's going to be hard obstacles, no doubt, but it's going to be a shorter drive to the Rubicon Springs, so it won't be as draining as yesterday. Yesterday was a long day for us, and hopefully we'll have a little bit more of a relaxing day today. So we're going to finish breaking camp and get on the trail.
Okay, come on up. Oh, hold up. A little, passenger. Yep. Coming down. Yep. Straighten out a little. Straighten out a little. That's good. Yep, that's a good line. You're gonna tip a little, but you're good. All right, you're down. Passenger, don't change the. A little passenger. Okay. Your driver. Yep. He's got it. Yep. You're coming down. Okay. Okay, passenger.
Driver. There you go.
So we're at this pretty well-known bridge, the Rubicon Bridge Restoration Project. Here's a view. Here's Tim coming up. Here's Chris coming up. Rubicon Springs. A little driver, a little driver. Yep. Keep going. Watch for the bump. All right, it's easy up there. A little driver, just a little bit, okay. Watch for the bump. Right here, okay.
Thank you, Wade.
Yep. Oh, okay. Driver.
Got it. Money shot, mate. But driver tire's gonna drop. Here it comes. There it is. There, driver's gonna get ready to drop. There it is, right there. Little bumper tap.
All right, you're good. Dropping a little on the driver. Dropping, there you go. All right, driver rear about to drop. Oh, smooth. By an inch.
We finally made it to Rubicon Springs. Now we're doing some swimming, washing the trail dust off of us. Haha.
I think we're gonna have to call the helicopter.
Yeah?
Yeah, my leg's all fucking
Oh,
fuckered up.
got boo-boos.
Ouch.
We are surrounded by a lot of fucking people at this place. This is not an unpopular place. Very, very popular. What do you think, Stevo?
It's fucking beautiful. I love it out here. It's more popular now that we're here, though. So
I like that we have our camping spot up there, tucked away though, away from all these people. It's
Yeah,
gonna be nice to
all
not
these
live
frickin' jamokes.
here. The Jim Hoax.
They're playing their stupid music.
we're here at the Rubicon Springs. Only a couple crews float down every year. You know.
What do you think, Way? No way.
I think Wade's a happy camper right now that he's not running on the Rubicon Trail, spotting us, trying to record. I think he's in a much better place mentally.
Not stressing about someone damaging their rig because I gave them the directions.
Oh, Wade, it's all your fault.
I know.
You want to see my dad bod? My fat belly?
I really hope that. I really hope that makes the cut.
You want to see my fat belly?
Don't edit that shit out. That needs to go in there.
Definitely the 2-burger bod.
The 2 burgers last night. So me and Chris had 1 burger,
Timmy needs to work out more, man.
and Timmy and Wade had.
Less beer, more working out. Chris, what did you think of the second day of wheeling from Buck Island Lake to the Rubicon Springs?
Definitely some pretty gnarly stuff, but yeah, it was pretty fun.
Do you think it was easier than the first day?
I'd say they both had their challenges. The first day was hard just because it was such a long day and so much technical wheeling, but the second day I'd say was more intense wheeling, just even though it was like a shorter amount.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go see Stevo. Stevo, what did you think of the wheeling yesterday from Buck Island Lake to the Rubicon Springs?
It was fun. I felt like it's a good challenge for this vehicle. It's about as much as I would want to push this thing through. So yeah, it was a good challenge. I feel like it really had to think about which lines to take to get through it properly and without messing anything up. There was a lot of sections that we would get through where it would be a little bit tippy and you'd be like an inch or two from a rock wall or a tree or something like that. So just making sure you go through slow. Yeah, it was just really enjoyable not being so tired from the drive doing it that day. Yeah, just being able to wake up and start driving was nice.
Right on. And now we have Wade. Wade, what did you think of day 2 of wheeling from Buck Island Lake to the Rubicon Springs?
Day 2 was obviously much quicker and better after we had a day of experience. It was a little scary when you got all tippy on that one.
Yeah.
But other than that, good thing Chris has so much weight that he was able to bring you down.
Yeah, my 85 got super tippy, and I think the weight of Chris on my driver's side rock rail helped me from tipping over, man. I'm glad Chris is very well fed.
You chose the right guy for the job.
Yeah. And then finally, what do I think? Well, the initial wheeling at Buck Island was gnarly. Like, it was demoralizing in a way because we started out and we just immediately came across hard obstacle after hard obstacle, and like an hour and a half into it, we could still see where our first camp was. So it was pretty hard right at the Buck Island area, but after we got past the rocky area of Buck Island, then it eased up a bit, and then we went into the Big Sluice, and Big Sluice wasn't terribly hard. It just was kind of consistently technical, but not terrible. We made pretty damn good progress. One of the things that extended our times is that there's a lot of people out here with more capable rigs and more experience, and they were overtaking us. So we had to find a good spot to pull off the side of the trail so we could let the faster groups get by. And there's a lot of freaking capable people out here with really nice rigs. And the people that talk shit about Jeeps, well, if you ran the Rubicon and saw how capable some of these guys are with their Jeeps, then you might sing a different tune, because they are pretty damn capable rigs. Basically based how they built them, obviously, not stock coming right from the factory, but some of these guys have some very capable Jeeps. One thing that Stevo noticed is that during the trip, we really haven't spotted any other independent front suspension vehicles like Stevo and Chris brought with them. So kudos to them for bringing their IFS rigs on this Rubicon trip.
Still open diff in the front right now too.
Open diff. Wow. I'd get it eaten, man.
Yeah.
Don't go with ARB, get it eaten.
All right.
So this is day 3 for us, and we are going to leave our camp at the Dirty Dozen campground, which is just a little outside of the Rubicon Springs area, putting us closer to our 3rd camp, which is going to be at the top of Cadillac Hill, and it's called Observation Point. We might just continue towards the end of the trail and camp near Miller Lake, or do a side route off of the main trail to Richardson Lake and make that our final camp. So we're just gonna have to see what we find when we get to Observation Point. From what I've heard, going up Cadillac Hill isn't nearly as hard as a part of the trail as we have already traversed. Going from Loon Lake to Buck Island was hard, and Buck Island to Rubicon Springs is pretty damn hard. And supposedly, as we continue further east towards Tahoe, it's gonna get easier. We'll see.
All right, well, here's the situation. Stevo's front passenger has DB'd it. We're stuck in this obstacle. He had at least 4 rigs back behind him. I think another 6 up there. Using the high lift right now to try to swap it out.
Turn a little, passenger.
All right, can we take it off?
Here's a look at the walk from our campsite to this Miller Lake. Pretty amazing views.
This was our final camp at Miller Lake. We got to Observation Point, but it didn't look that great of a camping spot. It was pretty windy up there, so we continued on closer to the end of the trail. And we had quite the interesting day, because going up Cadillac Hill, my transfer case had major issues. The 4.7 gears gave up the ghost, and all I was hearing was crazy metallic sounds, and truck wasn't going anywhere, and it was in a really bad spot. So we figured out pretty quick that the 228 gears, the front case was still working. So I engaged that and disengaged the 4.7 case, and I was able to get up out of Cadillac Hill with the assistance of Chris. towing me a little bit through some harder sections. And hopefully I can get this rig home without having to tow it, but I will find out later this morning when we drive out of here. When I put it in two-wheel drive with the hubs unlocked, there was no noise, but hopefully I can drive home in two-wheel drive no problem. If not, I'm going to be getting a tow all the way back home to San Jose. So we'll see how it goes. And I have to say, when you're in a really bad area of trail and you have a major failure like I did, it's a very sinking feeling, like you're feeling like, well, I'm screwed. I'm not getting out of here. But I guess that's one of the things that can happen when you're on a trip. But in the past, most of the trips I've done have been desert runs and stuff like that, where you have an occasional hard section, but nothing like we encountered. Like, it's just like hard section after hard section after hard section. And so it's like you're just freaking challenged the whole time. So yeah. Anyways, we're most of the way out to the trailhead on the Tahoe side. But first we got to eat breakfast. We made it out to the staging area. Way's airing up my tires for me. He's such a nice guy. Thanks, Way. All right, boys. We made it out of the Rubicon. What do you think of this trip?
That was a trip to remember for a lifetime. I'm glad we made it all out in one piece.
How's your truck doing after all that carnage?
It's good. I'm happy the body didn't take any damage. I'm happy that the bumpers and sliders and skids and lower control arms and everything like that did what they were supposed to.
What was the damage that you incurred on this trip?
Luckily, it was just small things. So the latch broke for the rear swing out on the rear bumper.
That's what Chris is working on right now, strapping it down.
And I lost a corner light in the front.
Corner light problem, yeah. How about your skid plates? Skid plates took a hit, right?
Yeah, I think when I hit the front so hard, that might have been when the intake tube popped off of the intake. So I might need some new motor mounts after this trip. So we'll check that out. But yeah, if you check out this one right here, it folded this circle right there. So that's a pretty good hit. And the lower control arms definitely took a beating.
Yeah, the lower control arm took a hit. Okay. Did you have any carnage? Yeah, you got high centered on that big ass boulder.
That thing messed up my skid plate pretty good. I think I'm gonna need either a new one or to unbend it somehow. We'll see.
Get a big fat bitch to sit on it.
There we go.
And my truck took the brunt of the trip. I got the worst damage. My transfer case is toast. So I will be pulling the transfer case, and maybe we'll be making a video on how to rebuild it. I'll have to see if my buddy Nick at Yoda One Performance wants to partner with me and make that video, because I know he knows how to rebuild transfer cases.
And I might be going to Timmy's house to put a new valve stem in that wheel that debeated on Cadillac Hill. So I know Timmy got the tool for that, so I might hit him up for that.
That's right. Okay. And so our saga is ended. I still got to figure out if I can drive freeway speeds back home, and I think I can, because on the whole way out from Miller Lake, I was in two-wheel drive and I heard no noise from the transfer case, so I think I'm good to go to get home. But we'll see as we get on the freeway and start heading back to the Bay Area. I did make it home in two-wheel drive. The transfer case was making a gravelly sound, but the sound never changed, and I was able to get all the way home to San Jose, which was awesome. I didn't have to pull over to the side of the freeway and call a tow truck and deal with all that BS. So I was lucky I was able to get home, and I will be pulling my transfer case pretty soon, and I will be taking it over to my buddy Nick at Yoda One Performance, and he's going to rebuild it for me. We're not going to film it because he's not interested in filming it, and that's fine. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got a good taste of what it's like to do an adventure on the Rubicon Trail in your four-wheel drive. Like I said at the beginning of the video, be damn sure you are mentally and physically prepared for an adventure like this. It's not an easy trail, and things can happen to where you can get stuck, and then it becomes a real pain in the butt to get out of there. But again, if you go with a bigger organization like a Jeep Jamboree or some other type of organized event, then there's safety in numbers, and if you have a problem, hopefully you're going to be able to get out of there and you're not going to have to leave your rig out on the trail. With all that said, we thank you for watching Toyota Time with Timmy the Toolman and Sean. We will, of course, be back with more videos. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click on that subscribe button and also click on that notification bell if you'd like to be notified when we put up new content on our channel, which we are always putting up very cool and helpful and sick mods kind of content like this video here. Peace out, happy wrenching, happy four-wheeling, bye-bye.